It was supposed to be the perfect anniversary getaway. Sarah and I had been together 5 years, engaged for 1, and life was finally settling. Good jobs, a little house in Charlotte. For our anniversary, I booked this cozy cabin deep in the North Carolina Appalachians, up near the Blue Ridge Parkway. The listing called it Secluded Romantic Retreat. Wood-burning fireplace, hot tub on the deck, no cell service, just us and the mountains. Sarah loved the idea. She was always the one dragging me on hikes, saying the quiet recharged her. We packed some wine, her favorite candles, and drove up that Friday in October, leaves turning fire red, fog rolling in as we climbed higher. The drive took longer than expected. Winding roads, no guardrails, drop-offs into nothing. We arrived just before dusk. The cabin was beautiful. Old logs, wrap-around porch, nestled in a clearing surrounded by thick forest. No neighbors, 4 miles. Owner left a note. Enjoy the peace. Trails start behind the house. Watch for bears, and don't go out alone at night. We laughed, unpacked, built a fire. That first night was magic. Dinner on the deck, stars like I'd never seen, making love by the fireplace. Fell asleep tangled in blankets, her head on my chest. I woke up around 3 a.m. to scratching, soft, persistent, like nails on wood, coming from the outside walls. Sarah was out cold, so I slipped out of bed, grabbed a flashlight, checked that the doors were locked. Windows were too. Circled the cabin outside in my pajamas. The cold was biting, but I saw nothing, just wind in the trees, fog thick as soup. Figured squirrels or raccoons. Went back to bed, but sleep was fitful. Kept hearing what sounded like faint whispers. I kept telling myself it was just the wind. Morning was crisp, sunny. We hiked a trail behind the cabin. Steep at first, then leveling into dense woods. Rhododendrons everywhere. Moss on rocks. Sarah was ahead, laughing, taking photos. "This is perfect, Bib," she said, kissing me. We ate lunch by a creek. Talked about wedding plans. Headed back around 4 p.m. as clouds rolled in. That evening, things shifted. We were cooking steak on the grill when Sarah said she heard singing, faint, high-pitched, like a woman's voice, coming from the forest. I listened, but heard nothing except crickets starting. "Probably an echo from far off," I said. But she looked uneasy. We ate at the table inside. Fire going again. Then the knocks started. 3 slow knocks on the front door, loud and clear as day. I froze. Sarah whispered, "Who is that?" No car sounds, no lights. I grabbed the poker from the fireplace, crept to the door. Peeked through the window. Only an empty porch and fog swirling. Opened the door a crack. Hello. No answer. Closed and bolted it. We laughed nervously. Blamed kids pranking. Even though the road in was gated, but the knocks came again later. From the back door this time, then the side window. Always 3. We turned off the lights, sat on the couch holding each other. Sarah said, "I feel watched." I did too. Around midnight, the power flickered. Then it went out. Just the fire glowing. We lit candles. That's when Sarah said, panicked. She saw a face at the window. Pale, pressed against the glass, eyes wide. I quickly rushed over, but didn't see anything. But there was a smudge on the glass, like someone was breathing on it. We barely slept. I dozed off near dawn. Woke to Sarah shaking me. "Listen," whispering now, clear enough to make out what they were saying. "Come out, or Sarah." She was pale. "We should leave today." But it was pouring rain. Roads were muddy. Flash floods are common in those areas in heavy rain, so we decided to wait it out a little longer, hoping the rain would pass soon. The rain finally stopped, around 3 p.m., but fog hung heavy. Sarah wanted fresh air, and to take a quick walk on the trail while I loaded the car. I was reluctant to let her go alone after everything that happened, but she insisted. "Just 10 minutes. Meet you back here." Kissed me. Grabbed her jacket, headed out back. I watched her disappear into the trees. I finished packing, made coffee. 30 minutes went by. No Sarah. I called her name from the porch. Nothing. 45 minutes panic starting to set in. I grabbed my phone, even though there was no signal, and ran into the trail. The trail was muddy. Her footprints clear at first, but faded. Deeper in, branches scratched my arms. Found her water bottle on the path. I kept going, but the trail split. I took the left, yelling her name non-stop. Hours passed. I searched every offshoot. Backtracked. No sign. Her prints just stopped. Like she stepped off the path and vanished. No struggle, no drag marks. It was getting dark, so I stumbled back to the cabin. Car still there. Her stuff inside. Called 911 on the landline. Police came next morning with search teams. Dogs. Helicopters. Days turned to weeks. They found nothing. No body. No clothes. No trace. Dogs lost the scent where her prints ended. Investigators questioned me hard. Boyfriend is always a suspect, but they had no evidence to suggest I did anything to her, and I never would have. She was everything to me. They ruled accident or runaway, but Sarah wouldn't. She was happy, planning our future. Months later, I still drive up there and hike those trails calling her name. Locals talk about the skinwalkers in those woods. Old stories of people lured away. Voices mimicking loved ones. They say the mountains take who they want. At night, I hear scratching on my apartment walls, and sometimes faint singing. Her voice, calling my name. Sarah's still listed missing. No closure. Just that empty cabin in my dreams, with the fog closing in. If you're heading to the Appalachians, listen close. The mountains are beautiful, but they are wild and vast, and they don't give back what they take. What do you think happened to Sarah? Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.